Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm not with Nick this time, it's just me, just one greasy man, unfortunately. And believe me, I'm plenty greasy right now. So I'm going to talk about Suicide Squad. You can probably tell if you couldn't read. So, it was alright. it was the best DC movie I've seen yet. Which is damning by faint praise, because every other DC movie I kinda hated. Man of Steel was bad, verging on bad, but passable. Batman vs Superman was absolute trash, like a dumpster fire, but really entertaining. I could talk about how bad Batman vs Superman was and go through every detail for like a long time. But I'm talking about Suicide Squad. So Suicide Squad was alright. It met my expectations of exactly what a movie needs to do. It sets out goals, it accomplishes them, and it wraps itself up in the end. And didn't try to shove shit in. But what I felt was like, it didn't all come in cleanly. The first part was the best. The first part, when they were talking about how everyone got caught, when you see a little bit of Will Smith and his motivation, or you see Margot Robbie and her motivation, Harley Quinn and Deadshot, basically. Excuse me. I'm not going to talk about everyone else, because they kind of don't matter, I'm going to be honest, except Diablo. The fire guy. So, excuse me. Oh god, too much soda. Yeah, I got a large soda. Not the smartest idea, because I get bad gas. I'm gonna pay for it later. Anyways. I don't know what I'm talking about this. I'm trying... You know what? That's pretty much sums it up. Because there isn't much to talk about, really. This is probably gonna be really short, because it just maintained my interest. It barely maintained my interest. I followed it the whole way through. I didn't really check my watch or anything, so that's a success for a movie. It's just... I'm trying to think what to even really say. There were little things, for instance, like, once they actually get deployed, on the mission, it just... Not that Steve, it's kind of like... At this point, it was kind of going up, like, oh, I might actually like it. I might actually like it. It's going better. And I said, oh no, what's happening? Stop! Don't come back up! And it didn't. It just sank after that. Basically, it's kind of bad when the movie kind of gets worse after the second half. Basically, let me start it up. Basically, spoilers. This is gonna be huge spoilers, so I'm not gonna watch what I say. So, 3, 2, 1. Alright, spoilers. Enchantress is the evil person. And her brother. Her brother who... They basically are people who take over humans' bodies. And Enchantress is supposed to be part of the Suicide Squad, but she immediately escapes. And the goal is basically to stop them. Or not to stop them, rather, is to save Amanda Waller, aka Viola Davis. By the way, Viola Davis is absolutely fucking amazing in this movie. Will Smith, Margot Robbie, and Viola Davis saved this movie for... They absorbed so much of the screen, it was amazing. Point is... Just the problem was that it wasn't fleshed out. It's just like there were so many characters and so little story. That, for instance, there was generic enemies. I felt like I was watching a video game for a while because they had enemies that were made by Enchantress. Were basically just humans who got like splooged. You seen any recent like action movie, supernatural action movie, where they need disposable people? It's just like, oh, these people are spawns, or they're fucking whatever they were in Avengers, or anything like that. That's what it was. I'm gonna take my glasses off, they're bothering me. So that's what it is. They're just like disposable men for the Suicide Squad to beat up. And big problem is, it's just, like, they're not villains. Now, I haven't read Suicide Squad. I've seen the animated version, and I enjoyed that a bit more than this. Quite a bit more. Because I felt like those were villains. Everything they were doing was kind of devious, right? They had a mission. Hell, I don't even remember what the mission was, but instantly, in the animated version, they try to get out. They're trying to get the implants out. They're trying to do shit. They're trying to instantly fuck over the system as much as they can. In this movie, not really. And once they're on the mission, they try and exemplify beforehand. They're like, listen, if you do fucking anything, I'm gonna stab you right in the cooter and you're gonna shit blood for the weeks. Or, like, threatening and, like, do anything and we'll kill you. Which, to me, sounds like a kind of empty threat. Because they're putting them on this mission because they need them on this mission, so you kill them all before the mission ends, you kind of fucked your mission up. I'm surprised they never kind of brought that sort of thing up. Because if I was the villain, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, fucking kill us all. You know, then you don't have a mission anymore. Then you're just fucked. So yeah, basically their mission is to go save Amanda Waller, which is revealed as like, oh my god, what a big plot twist. But it's not! It didn't change anything. I mean, because it kind of explains why they thought that they were going to stop the huge thing in the sky. And you kind of realize immediately what they're going to do. As soon as, like, our target's in that building, we need to go in there and save it. It's like, oh, so obviously they're not trying to save the day. They're trying to save Amanda Waller. They save Amanda Waller. And also, on the plane ride over, Harley Quinn has a... Wait, I'm trying to find my cell phone. I don't know why I need a prop. I can manage this acting. So she has her cell phone on the fucking plane, mind you, on the way to the mission, under supervision, where she's texting the Joker. The Joker texts her, she's like, hey baby, I'm coming. And she's like, and Will Smith sees it. But apparently none of all the guards were fucking taking a smoke break or some shit on the plane, because no one fucking notices this shit. And also later on, Captain Boomerang and Captain Made to Be Disposable Man, like, I say calm Captain to be disposable because he's introduced at the beginning and it's like, hey, oh my god, this guy's here. What's this guy? Who knows? It's just like, okay, I haven't seen him in any of the promotion material, so 100% he's going to die. He dies. I understand why, because they need someone to show, yeah, they'll really kill you if you escape. So that happens at the beginning. Right when they go on the mission, he dies. And so we know when the mission starts, Joker's going to come in and try and save Harley. And we know Deadshot knows. And also, basically after they defeat the first round of goons, the first wave in Horde mode, Deadshot and Harley Quinn start talking again about how they're going to break out. And I'm just like, is anyone listening? You think if I was them, I'd separate them to make sure they couldn't talk to each other, you know what I mean? Of course, in the movie you could fucking bullshit some way that they could talk to each other, but who cares? That isn't the biggest point. that really doesn't matter, but it's just... It mattered to me because it was so stupid when they made such a big deal at the beginning, like, oh, you won't be able to escape. You do anything. You sneeze improperly. You sneeze in my mouth, I'm gonna fucking kill you all just because I hate you. But, just kick the kickstand right there. It goes along. They try to save Amanda Waller. As they're saving Amanda Waller, oh, by the way, 5,000 fucking helicopters get taken down this movie. Luckily, each time it does, none of the main characters die, and I mean none of them. None of the main characters die. Except Diablo, he dies. I think that's his name, the fire guy. And he was kind of the one I was rooting for to survive, you know? I kind of cared about him, because he seemed to be the only person that was kind of, like, redeemed. That wanted to redeem himself. I guess he redeems for death, I guess. Because in movies, the only way you can possibly redeem yourself is to die. That's how it works. So anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Amanda Waller is going to be picked up with everyone else to escape the city. Which, actually, stop here. What the fuck? So the Suicide Squad is going to save Amanda Waller from this giant Destructo Ray, which, if you've seen Avengers, it's that. The thing that's going to bring our world to theirs, or their world to ours. It's going to kill everyone. It's bad. It's bad, and we had to stop it. So they're going to stop it. But they're there to save Amanda Waller, and it's just like, are you guys worried about that giant, huge thing in the middle of the city in Toronto? It's supposed to be New York, but I'm from Toronto, believe me. It's hard not to notice every time that they're on fucking Yonge Street and Dundas Square every 10 seconds. Anyone from Toronto, I think, will understand. It's obviously one street, and especially because I used to hang out there all the time as a kid. It was really distracting, but that's no fault of the movie. Of course they're going to film in Toronto. It's fucking way cheaper than filming in New York. So anyways, they're in Toronto, York. Onto, I guess. So they're there, and the Joker comes and shoots down the plane that was going to pick up Amanda Waller and Suicide Squad, and picks up Harley Quinn. Deadshot's about to kill her because Amanda Waller's like, kill her! And he's like, nah, bruh. And he misses. On purpose, of course, because he's a cool guy. And then Amanda Waller's like, fuck it. She picks up her ray. She's like, fucking kill him! And they kill him. And Harley Quinn's like, oh no, but the Joker's dead. And no one in the theater bought it for a split second, because no, he isn't. No. Just stop with that shit. Just have it. He's not dead. No one believed it. Also, I can't believe I didn't even mention Joker up to this point. He was the worst Joker of all time. He seemed to be a pretty nice boyfriend to Harley Quinn, in all fairness. Yeah, he basically did shock therapy until she went nuts. But, I mean, she fucking jumps in a vat of white goo, and then he comes in and saves her. He breaks her out of jail. He seems to honestly care for her. And Harley Quinn doesn't even see that evil. She seems like a kind of good person. Which, I've heard some interpretations that Harley Quinn would actually be a decent person if it wasn't for the Joker. But, whatever. Point is, the Joker's terrible. He just seemed like a gangster that was slightly quirky. Which, if the Joker in your movie is the most bland part, you've done something wrong. So basically, sorry, let's continue with the story. We're midway through at this point. They shot down Joker, Harley Quinn is fucking just crying her eyes out. And then Amanda Waller on her way out, she's shot down, because everyone is, by the guy, the villain. By the way, I didn't mention also the villain. The villain is fucking ridiculous, in the sense that it has the same problem a lot of movies with superpower villains have when the heroes are just normal people. They made the villain far too strong early to make it absolutely unbelievable by the end. Because, basically, Enchantress revives her brother, who's some uber strong, like, tentacle monster thing. Like, he's not a tentacle monster. He kind of reminds me of, if you play League of Legends, he reminds me of Xerath, with the way he looks and the way he just, like, bolts people to death. Point is, he has tentacle powers, and everyone in the movie, up until that point, he kills, like, hundreds of people just, like, piercing them instantly, like that. There we go. And then, there's helicopters even in an earlier scene, and he takes them out instantly. So he's way strong. He's a superhuman. This is something like, you need Superman for this shit, but of course we know they don't have Superman. They don't even have anyone really superpowered except Diablo. Which, of course, he's the person that ends up taking them out. But even that doesn't make sense, because they take him out with a bomb. Are you sure? Are you sure a bomb would kill him? Okay, Katana's sword, introduced early. Her sword is introduced as, so then they can take souls away. So I'm like, oh, that's smart. What they're going to do is, since they can't kill him, they'll use the sword to take away his soul. Smart. Magical person, killed by magical means. Makes sense to me. Nope! They bombed his ass. Apparently conventional weapons were totally cool. They shot fucking, like, machine guns and shit and everything. Not worth it. Fucking this bomb, though? Hell yeah. And when the bomb goes off, the Suicide Squad even doesn't need to run. They just kind of, like, ugh. And then they're fine. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it felt like a video game. It's like if you see early kicking everyone's ass, and then when you fight him, his stats are incredibly lowered, so you can actually have a chance to fight him one-on-one. Kind of, I make a lot of video game, like, comparisons, because it reminds me of a video game. In the sense that I wanted to be playing it. In the sense that it wasn't that I didn't get emotionally fulfilled at any part. There was no point I'm like, fuck yeah, do it. There's no point I'm like, oh no. So, before that, they basically, when they find Amanda Waller, because the whole point is we need to save Amanda Waller after her plane gets taken down, the general guy, who's kind of like being broy with Will Smith, because they're kind of being cool. Will Smith basically finds the top secret plans in Amanda Waller's knocked out plane, so they finally explain the whole mission, how they're going to kill, not kill, but how it's happened with the Enchantress. Also, I forgot to mention, the Enchantress had a relationship with the Colonel guy that's leading the Suicide Squad. Not the Enchantress he loves the alternate personality of her, or the normal personality that she inhabits. So, that's happening, they find it out, and then the Suicide Squad's like, fuck it, we're gonna get drinks. I'm like, dude, doesn't he still have the bombs on his fucking wrist to kill him? But they don't bring that up, and basically as soon as he gets to the bar, he comes to the bar too with them. Like, we don't want you. And he's just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna kill you. And he smashes the thing. He smashes the thing that kept all of them. And what I liked is Jai Courtney immediately runs out, because that's the sort of character he is. I like that. But then they basically give a speech of like, we need to save him. We're the Suicide Squad. We're the only people that could possibly save them. See, I use my computer screen for light because it's pretty dark in here. So they're like, okay, we're gonna face her, and as I said before, the last boss, not the last boss. See, I'm getting confused already. Not the last boss, the brother of the Enchantress, who she gave life to. Which obviously, if anyone was in Toronto, obviously fucking happened at Union Station. It was so fucking obvious to hurt me. Anyways, I'm getting so off track here. He can't kill them, even though he was able to kill thousands of humans instantly with his arms, or hundreds, or whatever. Oops, again, I kicked it. He can't kill these people, these 5 people who are not superhuman right in front of his face, because they move so fast, aka they're the fucking main characters. The main characters dodge death a little too easily in this movie. That is, I think, what kills the stakes. You can have your character survive death like once, twice, 3 times, my savior. You can have them escape a couple times, or once really, but after you do that, there's no tension. You know they're going to survive. You know nothing's going to happen to them, and by the end, you knew no one was going to die except Diablo, because he had to die. Fuck if I know. I guess he didn't want to do another movie, so he dies, and once he's dead, the Enchantress decides to have a sword fight with all of them, and I'm like. And the portal to their other world and the thing in the sky, they didn't really explain. The thing in the sky, she's like, I already won, you can't hope to defeat me. But they defeat her. But it makes a little more sense because Harley Quinn tricks her and uses the sword of Katana to cut out the heart of Enchantress, which is the only weakness she has. Amanda Waller had her heart, that's how she was able to control the Enchantress, but she got it back later on through the movie. So basically Harley Quinn takes the heart out of her, making her vulnerable, and here's the part that doesn't make sense. They decide we're going to end it right now, and you know how they end it? They take a bomb, they throw it at the fucking thing in the sky, and Will Smith shoots it and it explodes, and for some reason that takes out an alternate dimension portal that was going to destroy the... It was vaguely described, but it destroys it, which, whatever, fuck it, it destroys it. Then they find out, oh my god, Amanda Waller's still alive. She used Amanda Waller's mind to nuke or like kill a whole bunch of like military installations, which is kind of like, it doesn't matter. You know what? I think that's the problem with this movie. Nothing adds up. Nothing matters. It just kind of goes. It isn't terrible. It isn't like offensively bad, but it just kind of doesn't build up to anything. It's kind of just the pacing is kind of like. Doesn't build up. The final fight just was kind of lame. The point is, at the end, Amanda Waller's like, yay, you did it! 10 years off your sentences. And Will Smith's like, I want to see my daughter. And he sees his daughter. And Harley Quinn's like, I want an espresso machine. She gets an espresso machine. And then at the end, the Joker saves her, because everyone knows she wasn't dead. And she's like, hooray! And then, the after credits scene was, Bruce Wayne getting information about the Justice League, because they're like, remember, Justice League is coming. Everyone, come, Justice League is coming. I swear to fucking God, it's not that bad. Just come. Come to Justice League. Please, just come. I don't want another Batman vs Superman. I promise it'll be better. And Amanda Waller lets a like sly hint that she knows who Batman is. And Bruce Wayne kind of lets a sly hint knowing that if you fuck us, we're gonna fucking take all these people and kill you. And yeah. That's the movie. It was alright. It entertained me. If you want a recommendation, rent it. It'll probably be on Netflix or something later. Or, I don't know, Redbox or whatever the fuck. Point is, I don't think you should go see it in theaters. It was entertaining, but maybe on like a Tuesday matinee, like a cheap day, go. It might be worth it. But... it's forced, none of the jokes really work. It kind of just prowls on, but it entertained me the whole way through, and that is way more I can say than Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, so maybe damned by faint praise, but that's what I honestly think. I'm sorry I'm not nearly as angry as I was hoping it was gonna be, but I have to be honest. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, I just thought it was on the worst side of meh. But whatever. It is what it is, so... Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Bye! Goodbye!